This is part one of a three-part mini-documentary of the medical mission trip to Haiti, conducted by Holy Family Catholic Church in St. Petersburg, Florida. The destination of this mission from April 9th to the 15th was to St. Gabriel Parish in Beau Sejour, Haiti. Please enjoy the following welcome we received at the airport in Port-au-Prince. Hello, my name is Dr. Margie Sweeney, and I'd like to share our amazing trip with you. Our medical team left the U.S. on Friday morning, April 9th, and landed that afternoon in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. The weather in Port-au-Prince was sunny, hot, and humid, with temperatures in the upper 90s. We loaded our personal luggage and 12 large duffel bags full of medicines onto the van that awaited us at the airport and made our way to Matthew 25 House for an overnight stay before reaching our final destination in the mountain community of Beau Sejour on Saturday. The earthquake of January 12th left much ruin, and Matthew 25 House was not structurally safe enough for our habitation, so we settled into tents on the property grounds for the night. There were torrential rains throughout the night, which made for little sound sleep. We got up at daybreak on Saturday, ate breakfast, and loaded 2 trucks with our luggage and medical supplies. Our goal was to leave early enough to beat the excessive heat of the day. As it was already in the 80s by the time we left Matthew 25 House. Along our travels to Beau Sejour, we saw much devastation and destruction. Paved roads were cracked from the earthquake, and much rubble and debris littered the streets. There were also numerous tents along the roadside, inhabited by Haitians who were afraid to move back into their damaged homes. There were even tents in the middle of the street. Once we left paved roads and headed into the mountains, our journey became more perilous. There were large boulders in our path on the unpaved mountain roads that were narrow and tortuous. We were bounced around quite a bit on our ride, which made photography a bit of a challenge. Despite the ravages of the earthquake on Haiti's landscape, the beauty of nature could still be found. There were beautiful palm trees and vegetation, and we even got a glimpse of the Caribbean Sea. Another interesting observation was the somber mood of the Haitians in Port-au-Prince versus the more joyous mood of those living in the mountains. My observation from traveling to developing countries is that the more materially poor a person is, the more spiritually rich he is. And that seemed to hold true in Haiti, despite the recent severe trauma that these people have experienced. From Port-au-Prince to the midpoint of our trip to Lasley, at an elevation of 5,000 feet, took 2 hours by truck. At this point, it was already quite hot. At the midpoint of our trip, in terms of elevation, we were met by a 20-mule team that would take us the rest of the way to Beau Sejour. We loaded up and headed up to our final destination of 10,000 feet elevation, crossing 5 peaks on the journey. Each mule had a Haitian guiding it up the mountains. I was amazed that these people and the mules were able to make this 3-hour journey uphill in the intense heat of the day without stopping for water or even to take a rest along the way. This part of the journey was quite treacherous. The pathways were very narrow and rocky, and were steep in some parts. There was commonly two-way traffic on these narrow paths. The people we met along the way were very friendly and welcoming. They always moved over to let our caravan pass by. It was amazing we had no mishaps along the way. God was truly with us. I was captivated by the people and the breathtaking scenery, which helped to calm my fears on this grueling trip. Riding mules on wooden saddles with pillows that kept slipping for 3 hours in the heat without taking a break for water and holding on for dear life took its toll on me. But the novelty of this mode of travel and the beauty of the surrounding landscape kept me up to the task at hand. At last, we made it to Beau Sejour. Welcome to St. Gabriel Parish. What a lovely welcome we received as we were greeted with a large meal and had a little time to unwind before setting up the makeshift medical clinic in what was left of the church that was destroyed by the earthquake. After lunch, I realized that I was not feeling well. The heat had gotten to me, and I had to take a nap. Once rested, I was able to join the others in the clinic. Each day, our meals consisted of light breakfast, a large midday meal, such as the one pictured, and some light snacks in the evening. We were well nourished. Each morning, we started the day with liturgy and worship, giving thanks to God for all our blessings, and asking for His grace to sustain us on the mission to provide medical care to His people in Haiti. It is always a blessing to pray and praise in community with those we are serving. It is so humbling and inspiring to witness their gratitude and great faith. We were also grateful to Father Renal and Father John for their leading us in worship. As you can see from the pictures, the church in this community was destroyed by the earthquake. The only remaining part of the church was the slab floor with numerous cracks in it. To this slab was added a makeshift tin roof mounted on damaged wood beams, and tarp was hung for walls to make a temporary church. Besides losing the church and rectory, St. Gabriel Parish also lost their school and medical clinic. This community of about 20,000 persons lost over 300 members in the earthquake. Despite these many setbacks, you can see the joy on the faces of these lovely people. After the Mass on Sunday, people gathered outside the church for some fellowship before starting for the start of medical clinic. Shortly, you'll be seeing some pictures of this mountain community. But now, let's switch our attention to the medical mission.